Tell me about it. So
Tell me about it.
I'll tell you what I want.
Hi, and welcome to the Soundboard Podcast, where we just have a soundboard.
What the fuck was that?
That's Trump farting.
You mean shitting?
Hi, and welcome to Unboxed Politics. My name is Tim. You have arrived just in time for the political review show.
Woot!
Season 3, Episode 3. How's it going, gentlemen?
Good, Tim.
Yeah.
Explain
so
explain to the people who you are and why you're here.
I'm Mikey Tim, executive producer and head nerd in charge.
I'm Mark. I live in Minnesota, and ice is bad.
So is immigration enforcement.
True. But now it is so cold here. We're going to have wind chills of negative 47 tomorrow. Pretty sure all of ice is actually left.
I was about to say,
They're going to die, otherwise they're just going to freeze.
I was about to say, low key, y'all could just run around with super soakers. Get out of the city now. Get out.
What some people have been doing is they've had these huge water jugs in the back of their cars, just pouring on sidewalks and roads where ice is.
That's
Freezing the sidewalk. Oh, jeez.
They're trying to home alone their ass.
That's a good one.
Fuck marbles. Just fucking ice up the back steps. You saw what happened to Marv. He ate shit.
And just to finish that roundtable, I'm Canadian Ollie Man. I'm the foreign correspondent. Yay!
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, seriously. So before we get to the show proper, we have.
Who are you, Tim?
I'm Tim. I'm the host. I live in Connecticut. If we're talking about where we live, I suppose it's going to be cold and snowy here in like 48 hours.
I live on Earth, but I'm not from here.
Yeah. My spiritual home is Ireland.
Top of the morning to you, Tim.
Top of the morning. So
Tago Bristol.
So we got first of all, like and subscribe to the show.
Please.
Yep.
We are 25 subscriptions away from the 1,000 that we need to get the fucking ad revenue from YouTube.
Dude, fucking finally do the thing. Do it on your social. Get like 2 people each and come in here. Can we please get the fucking 1,000 tonight? Please. We're fucking that close. Please. I'll be nice for like a day.
That's just don't lie, Mikey.
Tuesday,
don't lie.
Tuesday, I'll be nice. I'll be nice on Tuesday if we get the 1,000 tonight. I'll be nice.
Listen, if we get to 1,000 subs, we'll have a special episode of something. We'll do something fun.
Yep.
Play disc golf on the moon.
We'll play disc golf on the moon.
Oh, here's the thing.
You can watch me rage at disc golf.
I'll make sure that everyone's screen is available to see behind them.
How about this? We have a prize for the 1,000th subscriber.
I'm not promising anybody anything, because what if the person who wins it is an absolute asshole troll that just subbed so that they could yell at us?
Don't care.
I'm not giving them anything. They get nothing.
Fine, everyone gets nothings.
Everyone gets nothing, and they will like it.
Also, if you don't subscribe, you're going to disappoint this man.
Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow them.
Calling him a liar? You gonna make that man a liar? He's a good man.
He only made good happen.
It can only good happen.
And before we get to the show proper, we have a sponsor.
Mark,
who is our sponsor?
We're taking a quick pause from the discourse. If today's political coverage has you feeling conflicted, a bit of gusto, an Etsy shop has options for you. We're talking S-Rank Cozy Products, the reversible Happy Sad Octopus for rapidly changing moods. This is brand new to the store. My wife makes these. So you can be happy and sad. Fingerless gloves for emphatic hand gestures. Cat toys for the only being in your home with consistently correct opinions. Everything is soft. Everything is top tier. Nothing debates you. And as a special offer for bin listeners, use promo code UNBOXED for 50% off at checkout. Search A Bit of Gusto on Etsy. It's spelled ABITOF. Top tier cozy, zero debates. We'll also drop it in the chat, and we'll drop it into the video here.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, Mark. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
I was gonna really give you shit about it, but you were fucking crushing it, so I had to leave you alone.
You could still give me shit about it because that was my wife that did that. I didn't write it. I asked her to write something for her shop.
I know, that's why it was good, Mark.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we believe that.
Mark, put the
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put the name and the promo code in the private chat so we can put it in a banner.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna put it in the banner, and I'm gonna put it in the description so everybody can just click it.
Yeah. So do that thing and support that Etsy channel. And
I know we have a large EU and UK audience. I understand. Just don't expect it to show up. Maybe just help.
It'll show up. It's going to take a while.
Dude,
Yeah,
they might
international shipping.
they might blockade our asses if he fucking doesn't shut his goddamn mouth. If he does not shut
true.
up, they're gonna fucking put ships around all of our ports.
They can try and probably will succeed. But anyway,
I mean, what are
Yeah, I
we
was
gonna
about
do?
to
He's
say.
got every freaking cop, soldier, everybody hunting down every group he doesn't like. We don't have anybody actually doing their jobs right now.
all right. So I assume you guys put the videos you want in the playlist.
Maybe we did, maybe we didn't.
Somebody did that.
We totally
which-
did.
Where am I? I'll just start at the bottom and work my way up.
there's some good ones in there.
Who put a 2-hour video in there? And is it?
I
timestamped?
was going to say I can play that one when the time comes because it is time stamped on my side. It's Jamie Raskins asking Nick Shirley because Nick Shirley decided to go to Congress to testify.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. We'll do that one later then.
Yeah, let me do the links and then I'll
Okay.
let you know when I'm ready. Okay.
All right. Let me set up the first clip then. It's everyone's favorite finalist from last year,
Okay.
Donald J. Trump.
Oh no.
See, I was so looking forward. What, you have a Charlie Angus video?
I have
Didn't
the
he
other side of the
win?
map.
I have
Who's a
I have a-
finalist? Exactly.
I have a doctor's note.
Ooh.
I have an allergy to orange paint.
Was your doctor's note this?
Okay.
Ollie's in the clip. It's so funny every time.
Also, Mikey.
You don't want this smoke?
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Thank you for
Oh
your
my,
question,
that is gonna
Senator.
get some work today, baby.
Yeah, that is gonna get some
That-
work today.
That when we get the t-shirts rolling for the show, that's going on a shirt. If we only
Thank
did
you.
one shirt, it will be that one.
Thank
What?
you for your question, Senator.
Oh yeah. It's gotta be that.
Oh, we have
Actually-
a couple of new, old but new sounds.
Y'all just being numbnuts right now because you forget your own history.
And
We'll do it live. Fuck it. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
No one listens to him.
We can literally just turn the soundboard into shirts. We don't need to be creative because we do that by hunting down sound bits. Sure.
if only we could sell those. All right. So
Yeah, why not?
Donald Trump looks like he's speaking at the World Economic Forum for some crazy reason they let him be there. I don't know why.
You gotta lock
Well,
those
his arrival.
doors.
Did
Yeah,
you
they
see
do
the
got a
video
lot
of his
to do.
arrival where he's stumbling on the red carpet and can't walk straight, and there's nobody around him?
That's
Nobody
because
greets him.
the brain in his head is turning the fucking mush.
It's
Yeah.
scrambled. It's all scrambled eggs up there.
Look
Yeah.
at him. Just from this frame, he's not well.
He doesn't eat nuggets. Or eggs. It's like scrambled nuggets. Like it's some sort of McDonald's scrambled brain.
The pink goo.
Oh, cry. Ugh.
Oh wow, yeah. look,
McRib
pink sludge.
slurry.
Oh no. Yeah.
The McRib paste before they push it into the mold before it goes in the
Oh.
microwave.
Slight tangent.
Chicken-
I heard
Chicken
Uncooked
McFlurry.
McRib paste.
I heard McDonald's was getting sued because the McRib doesn't actually contain any rib meat.
Possibly. That could have happened a long time ago.
I mean, are you really eating it because you wanted that authentic rib experience? You're like, oh, thank God for the McRib.
No, I wanted the pressed whatever it is, whatever animal they make that out of, with the barbecue sauce and the onions and the pickles.
You know what you're signing up for. I'm sorry, I don't have any sympathy. You know what this is. You know what kind of party this is.
All right, Donald Trump.
We want strong allies, not seriously weakened ones. We want Europe to be strong. Ultimately, these are matters of national security, and perhaps no current
Up all the
issue
way.
makes the
We have the technology.
Oh yes, I do. Hold
situation more clear than what's currently going on with Greenland.
How's that?
Would you like me to say a few words of Greenland?
A little more.
Would
I
you
was gonna
like
leave it
me?
out of the speech,
How's
but
that?
I think I would have been
Go off the
reviewed very
cuff.
negatively.
You're good.
Go speak contemporaneously.
Yeah.
It always goes well.
Well, guys, nobody could hear him, so I'll have to start over.
Oh, fuck you.
We want strong allies, not seriously weakened ones. We want Europe to be strong. Ultimately, these are matters of national security, and perhaps no current issue makes the situation more clear than what's currently going on with Greenland. Would you like me to say a few words of Greenland?
No.
Remember when he brought the Al
was gonna
Qaeda guy
leave
to
it
the
at
White
it.
House?
My favorite part of what he just said is he's acting like this is his audience. Like these people are here for him.
None of these people even want to look at him.
And when he was like, "Do you guys want me to talk about Greenland?" Everyone had like a quiet, nervous laughter. Like, what is he gonna say?
This video makes me sad, Octopus. I
is
now
a
have
full
something.
A full sad octopus.
Full
The
sad
speech, but
octopus.
I think I would have been reviewed very negatively.
No shit.
I have tremendous respect for both the people of Greenland and the people of Denmark. Tremendous
No, he
respect.
doesn't.
What do you mean by
But
respect?
every NATO ally has an obligation to be able to defend their own territory. And the fact is, no nation or group of nations is in any position to be able to secure Greenland other than the United States. We're a great power, much greater than people even understand. I think they found that out 2 weeks ago in Venezuela.
Why would you bring
We
that
saw
up?
this in World War II when Denmark fell
Hate
to
if I'd have
Germany
to steal the
after just 6 hours of
Greenland
fighting
president.
and was told
Yo, is he about to go through the list of countries that fucking lost to Germany in World War II and be like, France, they gave up in like 3 weeks. Those pussies.
If only it was that tame.
And don't even get me started on Poland.
First it was the Rhineland.
unable to defend either itself or Greenland. So the United States was then compelled.
Wow.
We did it. We felt an obligation to do it.
No,
to
we
send
didn't.
our own forces to hold the Greenland territory, and hold it we did at great cost and expense.
Yeah,
They didn't
when
have
you
a
signed up
chance
for the
of
military. How
getting
about
on
your
it, and they
dad?
tried. Denmark knows that. We literally set up bases on Greenland for Denmark. We fought for Denmark. We weren't fighting for anyone else. We were fighting to save it for Denmark. Big, beautiful piece of ice. It's hard to call it land. It's a big piece of ice. But we saved Greenland and successfully prevented our enemies from gaining a foothold in our hemisphere. So we did it for ourselves also.
So stupid.
And then after the war, which we won it big. Without us, right now you'd all be speaking
Everything's big.
German
All of
and
them
won
it
little
big.
Japanese,
Fuck
perhaps.
off, Trump.
Did you hear that? Go back, Tim. I think you talked
After the
over it.
war, and little Japanese, perhaps.
Ooh,
Right
that's
now you'd
cool.
all be speaking German and little Japanese, perhaps.
Like, this is just tropes from the
After the war,
1980s.
we gave Greenland back to Denmark.
We didn't
How
give it.
stupid were we to do that? But we did it.
Didn't happen.
I literally
gave
have
it
no
back.
idea what the hell he's talking
But how
about.
ungrateful are
Bro
they
is
now?
high as shit.
So now our country and the world face much greater risks than it did ever before because of missiles, because of nuclear, because of weapons of warfare that I can't even talk about. 2
We have
weeks ago,
shark
they saw
lasers
weapons
on them.
nobody ever heard
I
of.
can't pronounce
They
them.
weren't able to fire one shot at us. They said, what happened? Everything was discombobulated. They said, we've got him in our sight.
Yeah, intercontinental ballistic missile is probably too hard for him.
He was not saying ICBMs.
Can you bring up Greg's comment?
Oh shit.
That's one of their main languages there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You'd all be speaking German.
Nine?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
He's not doing good over here.
I pressed the trigger and
This hurts my historian soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Hold on.
Read history. You learn from history.
I feel like he should like watch PragerU. Like I feel like even they would give him like a complete story. Like this motherfucker has like Swiss cheese memory here. He just makes up the gaps, you know, with unicorns and dragons and shit. Like,
well, my favorite thing that he said
Tesla.
there was
we
we felt obligated. We felt obligated to go to war. Well, actually, we said we don't give a fuck until someone attacked us.
Right.
And even then, we wouldn't have
Yep.
gone to war with Germany, but Hitler was stupid and declared war at us. Britain was the only one that went to war on principle and was at war for all 6 years. So,
And Canada.
well, yes, Canada do, but Britain first, then Canada joined. U.S. only joined because we were then attacked and threatened.
And also, don't forget that military base was on an occupied island. Hawaii was not a state.
Yes.
Yep.
Hawaii was U.S. territory.
There was combat in Greenland.
He'd come, maybe he'd come, maybe he wouldn't even come. I think
So much come. Anyway, I'm a historically mad person.
Is
Continue.
that
thing happened. No anti-aircraft missiles went up. There was one that went up about 30 feet and crashed down right next to the people that sent it. They said, what the hell is going on?
Ali?
Those defensive systems were made by Russia and by China. So they're going to go back to the drawing boards, I guess. Greenland is a vast, almost entirely uninhabited and undeveloped territory. It's sitting undefended in a key strategic location between the United
defended by
States,
us. We have
Russia,
military
and China.
bases
That's
there.
exactly where it is, right smack in the middle.
He's so
Wasn't
stupid.
important nearly when we
We're
gave
the
it back.
protection,
When we gave it back,
dumbass.
it wasn't the same as
We're
it was
not even
not
protecting it
important for any
good.
other reason, you know.
That's
everyone talks
Biden's
about the
fault.
minerals. There's so many places. There's no rare earth. No such thing as rare earth. There's rare processing.
What
There's
the
so
What?
much rare
What?
earth.
is
the
he
fuck
talking?
is he
And
talking
this, to
about?
get
Bro.
to this rare earth, you got to go through.
Stop. Go back. Go back. I
Hundreds
got to
of-
hear that again. I got to hear that again.
There is no rare earth. There is
Rare
rare
earth.
processing.
Minerals. There's so many places. There's no rare earth. No such thing as rare earth. There's rare processing, but there's so much rare earth. And this to get
He
to
just
this
said there was
rare
no rare
earth,
earth,
you got to go
but
through
there's rare earth.
hundreds of
Yo,
feet of ice.
Grandpa is asleep at the
That's
wheel.
not the reason we need it. We need it for
I think he just had a stroke.
strategic national security and international security. This enormous unsecured island is actually part of North America on the northern frontier of the Western Hemisphere. That's our territory. It is therefore a core national security interest.
Hey Ollie, if Greenland's like, you know, part of the Western Hemisphere and therefore part of our territory, what does that make Canada?
Getting ready to fight.
We're gonna lose too.
That's a real shame.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That 300,000 man army's up to 400,000 now.
not to mention the hockey moms and the Cobra chickens.
The Cobra
and the meese-
chickens,
and the meese.
the
And the
mooses.
Queen, and the Queen of Canada leading their forces into
Oh my
combat.
God.
She's in jail.
She's in
man.
jail.
Oh, they're letting
They
her out
like-
for this.
They like. Oh, they're gonna unleash her on us. It's like, what's that over at the border? It's just a cage with a sheet on
she's
it.
really a secret weapon this whole time, right? The
Launcher.
whole point, her whole story, her whole cover story is being this crazy thing, just so we can ship her stealth and get her close to people, and she'll maybe.
No. They just drop her in Florida and just let her go crazy.
Yeah, just go crazy. Just corrupt everything. Make them all nuts.
Give her 10
Give her a
grand.
totally different direction to look.
Give her 10 grand in cash. We gotta fucking put out the fucking Queen of Canada fire. That's a horrible one. Just radical. You can send all the radicals down here to just spray their crazy in all directions.
Exactly.
Crazy bomb. It's a crazy bomb.
See, MAGA would adopt them right away. MAGA would
They'd
adopt them right
fucking
away.
eat the hook. Hollywood.
Right. And then MAGA would just get corrupted by real crazy.
They'd be serving the Queen. They'd start the Borg.
Yep.
Resistance is futile.
States of America. And in fact, it's been our policy for hundreds of years to prevent outside threats from entering our hemisphere, and we've done it very successfully. We've never been stronger than we are now. That's why American presidents have sought to purchase Greenland for nearly 2 centuries. You know, for 2 centuries, they've been trying to do it. They should have kept it after World War II, but they had a different president. That's all right. People think differently. Much more necessary now than it was at that time, however. In 2019, Denmark said that they would spend
the
over
dogs are not
$200
barking
million to
say
strengthen
this at the EU.
Greenland's defenses. But as you know, they spent less than 1% of that amount. 1%. There's no sign of Denmark there.
He's
I say
literally
that with
crazy.
Great respect for Denmark, whose people I love, whose leaders are very good.
Name one.
Yeah,
It's the United States alone.
Who's the leadership of Denmark, Trump?
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Who represents Greenland?
Me. Or Jared, I think, or Marco. It's probably Marco.
He's gonna put it on his Wikipedia that he's president of Denmark now.
I assume Marco Rubio. I assume I put him in charge of it.
That
Marco
can protect this giant
Denmarco.
mass of land, this giant piece of ice, develop it and improve it and make it so that it's good for Europe and safe for Europe and good for us. And that's the reason I'm seeking immediate negotiations to once again discuss the acquisition of Greenland by the United States, just as we have acquired many other territories throughout our history, as many of the European nations.
I could almost
have
see the Putin
acquired.
earpiece
There's
in his
nothing
ear.
wrong with it.
I know, right?
Many of them. Some went in reverse, actually. If you
I will
look,
say
some
there
had
is some
great,
historical
vast
precedent of the
wealth,
U.S. wanting to buy
great,
Greenland.
vast
Yeah,
But-
we learned this earlier. It was what Truman wanted it.
Truman wanted it back in.
Truman wanted it. It was done in 1910, and then like in the mid 1800s, where there was talks about it, but like it never went anywhere. Like no one wants to sell valuable land that's theirs.
It's a little late for all that.
We still have 30. We still have 50 seconds.
lands all over the world. They went in reverse. They're stuck back where they started. That happens too. But some grow. But this would not be a threat to NATO. This would greatly enhance the security of the entire alliance, the NATO alliance. The United
You're just
States is
taking all the
treated
stuff.
Yeah,
very unfairly by NATO. I want to tell you that.
They're so unfair to
When
me.
you think about it,
they treat us so
nobody can
unfairly.
dispute it. We give so much and we get so little in return. And I've been a critic of NATO for many years. And yet I've done more to help NATO than
977.
any other president by far, than any other person. You wouldn't have NATO
23
if I didn't
more.
get involved in my
You
first
wouldn't
term.
have NATO. That's been
The
around.
war with
for
Ukraine is an example.
70 years? 60?
All right, we're not doing this yet. Let's go back to Trump.
The one strong ally.
All right.
You
All
didn't
right.
get the part of the clip where he said places like Canada wouldn't exist and stuff like that. I didn't hear, or did I miss him saying that?
No, he didn't say it, but he says a lot of dumb shit.
This was like an hour and a half speech by him.
Yeah.
What?
And, like I wasn't gonna go into the whole thing to find that. I just found something that was like,
Yeah. I
By
hear
the
you.
way, part of the speech was him talking about how he actually won the 2020 election. So the World Economic
Brother.
Forum. Why do these people give a shit about anything he says?
Stop inviting him to shit. Straight up. Just tell him the meeting's on Friday and have the meeting on Wednesday.
Yeah. Guess what? It's the G6 now. Just take America out like you took Russia out. It's the G6 now.
Trump over here trying to get us in BRICS. Dumbass. Like, BRICS is to counter us. He's like, I'm gonna get in BRICS. What you talking about? That's wrong.
All right. So for anyone that's new, I'm going to explain how this goes. We are going to rate President Trump here on 3 categories: content, delivery, and vibes. And then the chat is going to give him one overall rating. And we do this by your typical ranking scale. So S rank, A, B, C, D, F. And then for us, we have a special one that's worse than F called Pineapple. And if you want the story, you have to become a member on YouTube, and it's on there. So subscribe, become a member. So chat, give me your rating for Trump here while we do ours. So gentlemen,
Content.
Content.
Was he pineapple or was it just an F?
For the blatant historical inaccuracies,
yeah,
I'm going to give content a pineapple.
It's I've F minus pineapple. Yeah, I can't disagree. It was just horrible. Everything he was saying was wrong. Everything, the whole speech.
And then him taking digs at like countries we're losing at World War II. It's like, all right, buddy, great. Yeah, Denmark lost to Germany. So did a lot of other countries.
Yep.
And this isn't, I'm not trying to throw a dig on Denmark. They did lose in like 30 minutes. Like it was one of the shortest surrenders in history.
Yeah.
But it was also Germany who was the crack military on the planet at the time. So
the German blitzkrieg was ridiculous right at the beginning of the war. It was, yeah.
Do you know why it was so successful, Ollie?
It was sudden, shocking, and overwhelming.
They were all on meth.
That could be their SS. Yeah, I did hear that their SS.
Everyone. They didn't sleep for days. Like that's how they were able to go and move so fast. Is their troops didn't sleep because they were high on meth.
Wow.
And that's also why they started performing worse later because of the meth usage.
That blitzkrieg was super meth. It really meant lightning war. It really meant lightning war.
Lightning meth war.
She just wanted something to drink at fucking 90 decibels.
Mikey, content for the president. I think we all agree on pineapple so far.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Minus, but same thing.
Delivery for the president.
Yeah.
He's sounding like his little bagpipe has a hole in it.
Yeah, he was off. Just like slurring a bunch of words, just talking slow, rambling, didn't make sense in a bunch of spots.
He was up on True Social all night.
Yeah.
He's not at the White House where they're constantly pumping drugs into him so he can keep going.
He can't bring all them drugs into the country. Can't have those level of narcotics here, sir.
All right, so F.
Mm-hmm.
F.
All right, and the president for vibes.
F.
I
don't want to give. Hey, honey. Anyway,
no, he would have to be worse to get worse, like a pineapple on vibes. I mean, yeah, he was bad, but he was so rambling and incoherent. He wasn't really that insulting either.
He gave off more of the impression that he didn't know what room he was in, more than he had a strategic plan to dominate the earth.
Exactly. So F.
D for wrong door. Now that like it no F.
Heard pineapple.
Heard pineapple.
We got a couple of pineapples and a few F's in the chat.
Hey, it's Clippy.
Immeasurably awful, needs lower than pineapple. Trump needs to stop trying to break our scale.
See, we're gonna have worse. Just keep that in mind. You got to keep that in your scale. Is We will have worse.
Oh my god! I think Trump is the first person to average on one ranking for a 0. So
You can't get any points.
pineapple on our scale for me for the math that I'm putting in the spreadsheet is -1, and F is 1. So he's gotten 2 pineapples and 2 Fs. So they average out to 0.
Feels accurate.
I'll try to be mad about it.
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
What's up, Doc?
All right. Next, we're gonna do this one.
Dear President Trump,
My ears.
listen very.
My ears.
Thank you
Dear
for your
God.
question, Senator.
Default.
God damn.
Also share your
a little
screen,
louder than
Jim.
Trump.
There we go.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this guy, yeah, I like this guy.
All right. Before we started, I forget with our new rules. Are we not putting international outside of? Do we have a separate thing for them? I forget.
No, international people count because then Holly's people wouldn't count. He's international.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Never mind.
That international thing we tried to
can't
do at
just-
the beginning of last year to kind of fell away.
Who would be silly enough to claim Canada as part of America? Who would be silly enough?
A fool.
Yeah.
The guy trying to invade Greenland and is now the president of Venezuela.
This boy better hope he can get down that escalator without having a heart attack.
Yo, if I have
Automatic stairs are just too hard.
before we get into this, I just had a philosophical constitutional thought.
Yes.
Okay.
If Trump, as the president of Venezuela, attacks America, his oath of office says that he promises to defend us against enemies both foreign and domestic, but then he's a foreign and domestic enemy at the same time. What do we do?
He needs to send himself to CCOT.
Um,
Drop himself off and let the chips fall where they may. That's the only thing that's fair.
we build a new Washington monument that's orange and even bigger.
Girthier.
Girthier.
I think up here it is like it's like a mile across.
Stop.
But like
stop.
2 feet tall.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
And mushroom shaped.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, roll the clip. God
What
damn it.
are we doing?
Listen, I started with a real question. You guys brought
I
up
said he should send himself to CCOT.
carefully. Greenland have been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, fuck off. Når det er sagt, så må vi sige, at både danske og grønlandske politikere...
Now, after saying that, I must say in Danish, talking about Greenlandic politicians, because often they talk about unrealistic plans. Nobody can think that such a large territory could be defended by the Greenlandic people alone. And
broke my ass.
they have self-determination already. They can do something, but they don't do it. They have their sovereignty, they have their legal system, and they have healthcare system, yet they constantly talk about self-determination. It's not serious, quite frankly. This leads to unrest. And there's also rhetoric against Denmark, saying it's a colonial power. But this is not true. This is not in line with reality. Look at Denmark. If you look at Greenland, 1/3 of children are abused.
Okay, first of all, I had no idea that it was going to switch to an interpreter. So I was like,
I forgot. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
will one of you shut that off? And I was like, wait, no one else is reacting.
Why is someone narrating this video?
Because he is speaking Danish.
Yeah, and I don't think the interpreter's that good.
This interpreter is kind of rough. Okay,
Yeah.
can we agree on that? Like this,
Yeah.
this interpreter's
Yeah.
delivery is cheeks. Maybe
Thank
the
you for
fuck
your
off has
question,
some.
Senator.
maybe the fuck off had him reeling. But he was like, oh shit, get my headphones, quick. Scrambling to do it. But okay, just wanted to touch bases there.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we could just give this guy an honorable mention. But
I think so. Because like the narrator's not doing him any justice.
No,
not at all.
We don't even have to keep listening. Like, there's good info in it.
Yeah, he's got 20 seconds.
There's corruption, and perhaps we should focus on this within the Commonwealth of Denmark.
Is not allowed in this house, and there will be consequences to the message you have used. It is not okay.
What is going on here?
So they're telling him off for dropping the F-bomb, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you're not allowed to use nasty words.
You're not allowed to use mean. You know what? Chambers
He's trying to take their fucking country.
You see this whole decorum thing that people are trying to fucking still do. Like, come on, guys, get over it. He said
tolerating the intolerant.
Yeah. You tell him.
Yeah, get him. You trying to weaponize empathy against people, and then they stand up for themselves. It's like, hey, not like that. That's rude. No one gives a shit if it's rude.
Gavin Newsome.
Gavin Newcomb.
Can we all agree that Gavin Newsome is just unlikable?
He's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
And I'm worried he's going to be
he's going to be our nominee. I guarantee he's going to be running for president.
I don't like him.
I don't think so.
He would have a chance of losing.
I don't think he's quite ready to give up California yet, because I think California is still like, an easy A. And then running for president. Running for president is real hard, and then if you lose,
yeah,
you're out.
You get your book deal and you retire. Like, you're done.
He ain't trying to go nowhere right now. You think he's just gonna podcast? Nah, he's trying to do stuff.
Yo, speaking of this dude, he had Ben Shapiro on his podcast recently.
That is true. I thought about throwing that, but I don't like watching Ben Shapiro, so I didn't put any of those forward.
Ben Shapiro, why would you tell him that? Now
Tim's gonna find it.
Tim might have to find the video while we're watching this.
I'm on vacation for the next 2 months until he forgets.
I mean, this is only 2 minutes long, so in like 2 minutes we'll have a Ben Shapiro video.
Governor Newsom, do you have a message for Europeans who are concerned about the messages from the White House around Greenland this week?
Yeah, it's time to buck up. It's time to get serious and stop being complicit. It's time to stand tall and firm, have a backbone. I've seen this in the United States, the supine Congress playing both sides, saying one thing on a text or a tweet and another publicly. It's time to have principle. It's time to stand tall and strong. It's time to stand united. You make that determination. I don't make that determination.
When you say standing
collectively, I can't take this complicity. People rolling over. I should have brought a bunch of knee pads for all the world leaders. I mean, handing out crowns and this is pathetic. Nobel Prizes that are being given away. I mean, it's just pathetic. And I hope people understand how pathetic they look on the world stage. I mean, at least from an American perspective, it's embarrassing. This guy's playing folks for fools, and it's embarrassing.
Europeans think this is diplomacy, and this will ultimately
this is
work.
Diplomacy with Donald Trump? He's a T-Rex. You mate with him or he devours you. One or the other.
And
people need to stand. No, Europeans could be if they continue down this path and process. They need to stand tall, stand firm, stand united. Look, this a year ago we should have been having this conversation, and they didn't. Okay, and now you're paying the price. Exactly what anyone objective observer would have anticipated we'd be where we are today.
I'm being crystal clear.
I'm out. He's not my favorite person.
But that was a Hafty's line.
There are some decent words there.
Yeah, he's a T-Rex.
So scummy.
Either you mate with him or eat you, or whatever he said.
Devours you.
Devours you. Yeah.
And as much as he's throwing shade and smoke at European leaders, we also have to throw, if not more, of that back at Republicans and Democrats that are just bowing down to Trump and not standing up to him. Like,
yeah,
we're first in line for fucking everything up, but like, don't follow in our steps and just appeasing this asshole, because it's going to lead to even worse outcomes. So,
well, let's not review him quite yet, gentlemen, because look what I found.
Oh, Jesus.
I went to the most viewed part of the podcast because I don't really want to watch more than a few minutes of it, but Ben Shapiro on Gavin Newsom's podcast.
What is that? That baseball mitt from fucking 1910?
Oh, and I already screenshotted this to use as a thumbnail later.
Smelling his own farts. Typical Gavin. God, I
What do you make of the current media landscape? I mean, it seems to be the sort of dialectic between the old and the new, sort of the digital first, and these legacy media companies, and obviously podcasts becoming is part of the nomenclature. It's a conversation.
Telling the truth,
we can get into the merits of overstating, over-indexing podcast influence, but so much of what you seeded and influenced in terms of the right-wing media, even in now in some respects, what folks are trying to replicate with more progressive media.
What have you learned about?
What do you make of the landscape today? How would you describe the current landscape?
I mean, it's highly fragmented. I think in some ways that's good. I think in some ways that's bad. It's had tremendous benefits in the sense that you don't have 3 networks and you have to rely on just those 3 networks. You can in real time fact check things. It's bad in the sense that while gatekeeping is difficult and obviously can silo off information that you need to have, if you have people who are algorithmically driven, who are desperate for clicks and desperate for attention and don't seem to care very much about the truth, and if there's kind of no pushback, then bad information can spin its way around very, very quickly.
Like and subscribe.
And it doesn't take long for people to draw extremely hard narratives about, I would say, convoluted sets of facts.
Yep.
And I think that, frankly, politicians sometimes have a position in doing this, because if you're catering to a base, and obviously, and everybody has to be aware of audience capture in my industry, in politics, you have to be very aware of audience capture because you need to win votes. But I mean, just to take as a recent example, what happened in Minneapolis, I think that
and he said, no, I don't want to be a slave to Ben Shapiro.
Slave wages. He's going to make me do a show every weekday.
You know, it'd be once a week.
He's not going to give me creative control, so I'm not going to do it. I'm my own man.
Enormous response to what happened in Minneapolis is, this is obviously a tragedy from a sort of legal perspective. Putting on my lawyer hat, the intent of Renee Good is not relevant to the question of the intent of the officer, right? If you're gonna prosecute the officer, then you'd have to determine whether an objective, reasonable officer would have perceived that he was being threatened by her vehicle when he shot her. And it seems to me that you could voice a fairly strong defense in a court of law that an objectively reasonable officer, since he actually was nudged with the car at the very least, would have perceived it.
He was nudged with the car at the very least. Come on, Ben.
I hate this guy.
He leaned into the car with his elbow locked. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking 45-degree Michael Jackson smooth criminal fucking lean into the car. Like, yeah, he was nudged. Yeah, he jumped into it. Like,
a reasonable officer would have known the regulations.
You don't stand in front of a fucking car.
And you don't shoot into the car. Because you might turn it into a battering ram. Reasonable officer would have not done it.
And you see that his law career was short-lived.
That's why he's on his own channel now.
Begging for
broke down into 2 separate narratives, both of which I think are untrue. One was a narrative that was immediately pushed by the Trump administration and Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, that she was a domestic terrorist who was attempting to run over officers with her car and was legitimately trying, not just this officer, but multiple officers. That was the original statement. I said at the time, I thought that was untrue. And then your press office tweeted out that it was state-sponsored terrorism, which, I mean, Governor, I do have to ask you about that. Yeah. That sort of thing makes our politics.
If Gavin Newsom agrees with Ben Shapiro, he's getting a pineapple from me.
No.
He did the same thing to Bannon, and he did the same thing for Nick Fuentes.
I don't think it's his office talking against Renee Good. State-sponsored terrorism is what ICE is doing is terrorism.
No, yeah, that's what Gavin Newsom's office put out, is that ICE is state-sponsored terrorism.
Yeah.
But if he agrees with Ben Shapiro that it's not...
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, he's a fucking asshole.
Also, I agree. Shapiro is such a bottom.
Not even a power bottom.
He's a flaccid bottom.
Worse.
Yeah.
And it does.
Oh,
I mean, our ICE officers obviously are not terrorists.
Yeah.
A tragic situation is not state-sponsored terrorism.
Yeah.
It's fish.
I mean, when it comes to ICE, I mean, I'll ask you this just generally about policy with regard to ICE, because obviously it's become incredibly contentious given what the federal government is doing in states like California. You know, it seems to me that there have been a number of deportations from red states, right, where there are governors and localities working with ICE. California is a sanctuary state, which makes it much more difficult for local law enforcement to hand over information to ICE about deportation status. What's the purpose of that? Wouldn't best policy, you're pragmatic, you talk about your pragmatism all the time, wouldn't best policy be to cooperate with ICE in the vast majority of cases? So instead of ICE going to, as you say, hospitals and churches to pick people up, they'd be going to jailhouses to pick people up.
That's exactly what they do in California. And we have over 10,000 that I've cooperated with since I've been governor of California. We work very directly with ICE as a relates.
Also, Gavin Newsom, why the fuck are you letting Ben Shapiro interview you on your show?
Because that's what Ben's talking personality is. He is an interviewer. He can't answer questions correctly. It's
Newsom
He
needs to be like,
replies to questions with questions.
He's like, you should be like, this is my fucking show, motherfucker. I'm not answering the questions. I'm asking them.
Yeah, shut up, shrimp.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Relates to CDCR, our state prison. California has cooperated with more ICE transfers probably than any other state in the country. And I vetoed multiple pieces of legislation that have come from my legislature to stop the ability for the state of California to do that. So when it comes to the issues of violent criminals, when it comes to felons, people that are being released from the largest state system in the United States of America, California cooperates with ICE.
Okay, but why is it then? What makes it a sanctuary state?
Well, the broader sanctuary policies that are established, and we had a policy that was established under Governor Brown, SB 54. You have city sanctuary policies that go back quite literally to the time Ronald Reagan was governor, and it relates to some of the issues in Central America, sort of the origin story.
Did you see what the little Ben get when he was like Ronald Reagan? Not Ronald Reagan.
54. You
Not
have
my
cities
Ronnie.
that are
Is it then?
United States of
Get
America,
my white
California
Jesus' name
cooperates
out
with
your
ICE.
fucking
Okay, but
mouth.
why is it then? What makes it a sanctuary state?
Well, the broader sanctuary policies that are established, and we had a policy that was established under Governor Brown, SB 54. You have city sanctuary policies that go back quite literally to the time Ronald Reagan was governor, and it relates to some of the issues in Central.
He was like, not Ronald Reagan.
No.
America, sort of
This
the
is
origin
going to hurt
stories.
Gavin's other
But the
video.
bottom line is relates to those policies. This notion that federal law should be enforced by federal law enforcement agencies, that we should not consign local law enforcement to federal responsibilities and prioritization.
Right, but shouldn't the state step in with localities and tell localities that they ought to cooperate better with ICE, thus to facilitate it?
Well, I have sort of Rudy Giuliani's point of view, who made the point as an advocate for sanctuary policy when he was mayor of New York. He said
you can't have that as a clip out there in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Well, let him speak his terrible words and see how bad it is.
Operate better with ICE, thus to facilitate.
Well, I have sort of Rudy Giuliani's point of view, who made
that clip cannot be out there in the world. You cannot say that as governor of a state.
The point as an advocate for sanctuary policy when he was mayor of New York. He said it keeps people safer, healthier, and more educated. Safer in the context that it allows community members to be more likely to participate as witnesses of crime or victims of crime in going after the perpetrators, more likely to get an immunization shot if they're not worried about the nurse turning them over to ICE, more likely to go to school and get educated if they're not worried about the school crossing guard crossing them and ultimately turning them over to ICE. So it's the tool of pragmatism because of the complete abject failure of the federal government. A sanctuary policy is unnecessary if we had comprehensive immigration reform and we had a federal response that was adequate to the task. But in the absence of that, it's grown from the 70s and 80s and 90s, 2000s. And obviously I got here as governor and we had an established framework before I got here.
But it is true that sanctuary policy obviously has had a massive impact as a driver of tremendous number of illegal immigrants in the state of California.
I don't know about that. I mean, you see in a lot of states that don't have sanctuary policies, huge increase in immigration, illegal immigration, massive increases, even far greater than the state of California. Just look as
But
an
in terms
example.
of the cost structure, I mean, you recently, for example, had to freeze the enrollment of undocumented immigrants in state health systems to save money, right? I mean, these are major burdens. No,
that's a separate issue. There are 12 states that provide health care for undocs, and we believe in universal health care regardless of pre-existing conditions.
My only point is that the cost structure is extraordinarily burdensome.
But I don't think it's this, in unpacking it, I don't think it's a
I think Ben understands they pay taxes.
We have money. They pay for service.
They pay for taxes, so
Wow.
they get ID numbers from the IRS, so they pay taxes so they can get the services. That's what happens. Anyway,
I think that's
listen to
enough.
any more of this. So first, Gavin Newsome.
Like the first video, I wanted to like rate him pretty good, but this made me feel like much ickier.
Yeah, he's agreeing with Rudy Giuliani and Ronald Reagan and Ben Shapiro.
Content is a
Mikey, you're muted.
solid.
He's the neoliberal. He isn't. This is what neoliberalism looks like.
Mikey,
Gavin Newsom.
Mikey, is Gavin Newsom abundance?
Yes.
Like content, his first video was like a B+, maybe an A, and this one's D-.
But this
so
is
where does he fall? Like,
but this is
C?
just like this is
C?
Hillary Clinton 2.0. This is what the Clintons look like. They say one thing on in a scripted setting or in a relaxed setting like this, and then you catch them out on the street and they say all the right answers because they're good politicians. Like they got their finger to the pulse and they can say what the audience wants to hear in that, you know what I mean? Just like fucking Hillary with her, oh, I had hot sauce in my bag. Like a quoting a Beyonce line.
Yeah,
she didn't, she's like, are you pandering to us? She's like, is it working? You know what I mean? Like these are slick motherfuckers. Where's my shit at? Where's my
slick snake?
Yeah. They're very good. They're good at this.
Slick snake.
Yeah.
So yeah, chat. Give us your rating of Gavin Newsom for both videos combined.
Overall rating.
Overall,
I'm giving him
rating.
a C.
I think I'm giving him a C for content. Yeah.
Yeah,
He is the play both sides Democrat. Like
Mikey.
D.
Okay.
I despise that.
Yeah. Delivery for Newsom.
Delivery, like
I'll give him a B.
Yeah, you got to give him props for that first video. If that was just off the cuff coming up with all of that, that was pretty solid. And in this one, he spoke well enough and all, but just B.
I'm giving it a C+.
I'll give him a C again. I think I really don't like his pandering to fucking Ben Shapiro when he's like, oh, Rudy Giuliani once said.
Is that presentation or vibes?
This is delivery.
Or
we don't have
delivery.
presentation.
Yeah, that's right. Is that delivery or vibes? So is what I'm saying.
I mean, I think that's part of his delivery. He obviously had those canned responses to things that Ben Shapiro. Like he is. I think. I mean, this is a little bit vibes and a little bit delivery. I think the way that he speaks.
979.
979. Oh my God. 21 more. 21 more. Like and subscribe. 21 more.
Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Like
Molly
our
won't go
videos.
to sleep until we get to 1,000.
That is. Sorry, you're not.
That is true. And don't believe Ali saying anything. It's all lies.
This is the voice of Ollie. I did agree to this.
Yeah.
I'm Ollie.
I'm just gonna stay awake and stay awake. Yeah.
He has this like smarminess to his voice and the smarminess to the way he speaks, where he thinks he's fucking better than everyone else.
That's
and I'm
just
so sick of it.
But that, like Mikey said, that's
vibes.
the new Clinton.
That's West Coast Democrats.
Yeah.
Sorry, West Coasters. Y'all all sound like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Little smug. Little
smell the fart politics.
That's why Kamala had such a hard time connecting with people.
Yeah.
If you hang out in the Bay Area for long enough, you get a bit snooty.
Yeah, it's probably a California thing.
I mean, look at her versus like a Cori Bush or or Jasmine Crockett or Nina Turner. Sister girls.
Yeah.
You can't hit everybody with the tech investing and hedge funding and it doesn't. The wine club at the winery, doesn't track. They're too rich.
So vibes. I'm gonna tell you mine first. It's gonna be a D for me. I think Gavin Newsom is the wrong kind of person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a C because he's a tool that can be used. Like if he can drop the hammer and keep busting up MAGA the way he's doing, just keep doing that.
Oh,
like,
he trolls them so good.
Yeah, like him taking over Trump's textile and shit like that is like he's the troll to counter. He's not the troll to run.
He could be a good. He would almost be a good VP choice.
I would say,
just for his charisma, and he is very charismatic, but he has that just the grime, like the political just film that covers you after a sweaty day.
He does like the. Oh, you go, Ollie.
No, I was just going to say, like with those comments he made in the first video, the T-Rex comment and shit like that. He was totally crappy in this video, but in the other one it brings him up pretty high. So I'm going to once again average him out at a C.
Yeah, I'm C- for me. Like I don't think he's quite as deserving of a D, but Mikey has a good point. He has uses for the future, but not as the leader.
Point him at the enemy and get out of the way.
So
he's like our Queen of Canada bomb.
Yeah.
The chat averages him at like a C-.
Combat,
C-
like arena fight. Yeah. Queen of Canada, Gavin Newsom. Ding ding.
Right,
mention for Ben Shapiro.
It's time for us to rate Ben Shapiro.
Do we have?
Did we really see enough of him in this?
I was about to say.
I think dishonorable mention.
Yeah, just dishonorable mention. He's just a bad person.
Do you want me to hit you with some more?
No.
Do you want us to go to bed?
There you go. I mean, Ollie, you're staying awake till we get to 1,000. So here's a little bit more.
And what that means is that we need to radically remove the regulatory structures that allow for more building. That we need to radically stop perverting markets when it comes to how we make housing policy. That we need to stop wasting money in taxpayer funding on things like, for example, a gigantic, you once called it a boondoggle, high-speed rail that is going to cost in excess of $100 billion in this state. Right. You know, the guarantee, and again, I see it rising on the populist right too, which is sort of a big government right, which is something I object to on a sort of classically conservative level. The promises that are made that if you give government more power and more taxpayer revenue, that suddenly these problems are going to be alleviated. And the actual result, which is less ability to do what my parents did, to move from a...
Ollie, tell me when you've had enough.
I've had too much now, Tim. Dishonorable mention.
I'm moving him to fuck this guy list because
or fuck this guy. I go
high taxes fucking works.
No, you gotta cut all the taxes.
No,
you gotta cut all the taxes. All of
back
them.
under
just do a consumption tax only.
Eisenhower, we had like a 92% marginal tax rate for the wealthiest Americans. It paid for everything.
Yep. And they still had lots of money.
They still had lots of money.
I hate using this as an example because it was Vietnam. We didn't go into debt for it. We had enough money to pay for it. And like, that's not a good example because Vietnam was a shit show. We shouldn't have been there. We killed a lot of innocent people.
Well, it looks like
high taxes paid for it.
Looks like we need to go on 6 peaceful mission trips and maybe we can save some goddamn money because we are 30? What are we, 32 trillion in the hole?
Yeah.
And he just spent 1.4 last year?
Yep.
Good job, stupid. You're really crushing it. You're really making everybody so proud of you, Donnie. You big fucking idiot. God, we're so broke.
All right, Mike, you want to bring up that that hearing video that you have timestamped?
I can do this.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you for the question, Senator.
I'm getting some glitchy laggy.
Glitchy
We got a runner.
laggy.
Go! Freeze, sir! Freeze!
Oh, I gotta switch accounts, so don't freak out.
No fucking way.
How's the new job going, Tim?
Very interesting. Very.
That's not a loaded answer at all.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you about it. I don't want to like.
Not on the air.
Yeah, I can't discuss the particulars on the air.
How is your local politics going?
Oh, I should have gone to my DTC meeting tonight, but I didn't.
But then you got.
I wasn't feeling into people yelling about nothing, so I didn't go to the DTC meeting.
Apples for Tim.
There we go. Damn, I am glitched out. All right. Hopefully, can you see this? Is it even running smooth? It's like not even running smooth on my side.
You want to just tell me what the timestamp is, and I'll put it up on my side?
Yeah. I gotta refresh. We've been having a lot of like issues with StreamYard and like it just absorbing all of the space inside of your fucking computer.
Yeah, man, it's just taking up resources
for no reason. I might have to try that.
Skype. I miss Skype. I miss Skype.
Skype was great.
It really was.
And it was free.
It was free.
I would have paid for it. If they would have made it $20 a month, I would have paid. We would have been paying that $20. They would have got that money.
Forever.
What is the time code?
I'm at 1447.
1447. The year of our Lord, 1447.
What happened in...
I'm going to refresh.
All right.
Oh, God, I'm over a gig. All right, I'll be right back.
Over a gig, damn.
Major events in 1447. Major fire destroys the center of the city of Valencia. Coronation of Pope Nicholas V in Rome. And that's about it.
1447 was a light year. It was a light year.
Yo.
Very light year, apparently.
Yo, they fucking updated my Chrome while I'm using it. It's like your Chrome has been updated. I'm like, you bitch, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Don't do it right now.
Mikey, that's what happened to me earlier when I restarted my whole computer. It was like, oh yeah, your Chrome has been updated. I was like, oh, God damn it.
Why are you updating my shit while I'm using it? It's supposed to let me delay until I'm done. Anyway,
all right.
Sorry.
Forward to hearing more today about how
we're not exactly at the timestamp, but we're only like 10 seconds away.
we can achieve this goal. I thank our witnesses for being here, and I yield.
Gentlelady yields back. I now recognize the chairman of the full committee, Mr. Jordan. No, I don't recognize him right now, but I will recognize.
No, fuck that guy.
He's staying in the bathroom, man.
And
every time they go to talk to him, he just walking back, drying his hands. It's like, damn, son.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Where the fuck did he go? He's in the bathroom again?
Yep.
Had to make a call. In the bathroom.
The ranking member
of
the full committee, Mr. Raskin, for his opening statement.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Chairman.
Get
Thank you to all of our witnesses for joining us. In a just world, the Judiciary Committee today would be investigating why a masked ICE agent shot 3 times in cold blood and killed an unarmed citizen, a 37-year-old mom, Renee Nicole Good. We'd be investigating why Trump's DOJ is harassing and investigating Renee's wife instead of investigating her killer. We'd be asking why ICE agents are trained in basic CPR, but 911 tapes have shown none of the agents performing CPR on Ms. Good. They left her bleeding alone in her car for almost 3 minutes and definitively rejected the help of a man who came forward and identified himself as a doctor. We'd be investigating why in another Minnesota case, ICE agents deployed tear gas under the car of a family of 8 people, including a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old, and 2 kids with severe asthma who were just trying to get home from a basketball game. The baby stopped breathing, and his mom had to administer CPR as they desperately waited for medical help to arrive. But our colleagues want to talk about fraud in Minnesota, fraud that was already being investigated and prosecuted under the last administration. It is true that social services fraud, serious fraud, occurred in Minnesota. That's why under President Biden, the Department of Justice opened multiple criminal investigations that to date have already resulted in more than 90 people being charged and 64 people being convicted of federal criminal offenses. Indeed, Minnesota lawmakers acted to root out and prevent fraud going forward in the public benefits program. That's why last year, the Minnesota legislature passed legislation to empower the governor to cut off payments or to claw back funds whenever fraud is detected. And that's why Governor Walz appointed the first ever director of program integrity to make sure the state is effectively investigating and preventing fraud and corruption in their programs. The fraud in Minnesota was discovered not by a right-wing social media influencer who's been harassing people in communities all over Minnesota in recent weeks, but by the hard work of real local investigative journalists, brave whistleblowers, and state and federal auditors. It is this fraud,
Gotta watch out for them.
which we must take seriously, is not unlike the $2.5 billion breathtaking Medicare fraud scheme uncovered last year in the home state of the chairman of this subcommittee, as he himself mentioned, or the massive
currently in the
COVID-19 unemployment assistance fraud scheme uncovered in Chairman Jordan's home state of Ohio. Fraud is endemic in government all over the world. There are fraudsters attacking our public institutions, trying to undermine them and rip them off. Even our president has been convicted of 34 counts of criminal fraud by a jury of his peers in New York related to the fraudulent payments made to porn star Stormy Daniels, and also civilly convicted in New York for different kinds of real estate fraud. Fraud is not headquartered in one state or one municipality, much less one ethnic, racial, or religious community. But President Trump couldn't resist the temptation to use fraud in Minnesota as an occasion to mobilize the power of the federal government to bully and intimidate first and second generation Somali Americans who live in that state. Many of the people convicted in the fraud schemes were of Somali ancestry. So, under the pretext of cracking down on a fraud that had already been discovered, investigated, and prosecuted, Trump surged federal immigration officers to Minnesota and aimed them at the Somali American communities, calling the people who live there repeatedly garbage. This is despite the fact that it is a complete non sequitur, obviously, to send immigration agents to conduct fraud investigations.
And no offense, that
and the
motherfucker lives in
deployment of
Florida.
law enforcement resources against an
call
entire
other
ethnic
people garbage.
community after the criminal prosecution of a small group of its members is to promote the sinister ideas of collective guilt and guilt by association, two doctrines that are emphatically rejected in Anglo-American jurisprudence and by our courts. The community targeted in Minneapolis is made up, incidentally, overwhelmingly of U.S. citizens. 95% of Somalis in Minnesota are U.S. citizens, including 58% of whom were born in the United States. Well, what is the Trump administration's...
Wait, hold on a second. Mark, what's your country of origin?
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
What are you, a cop?
Say a European one. That way you can be sent there.
Say Greenland.
Norway.
Well, there you go.
I'm from the fjords.
He's from the fjords. The fjords of Minnesota.
The Fjord F-150.
You had your chance. You could have said Canada.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Ollie
could've lied.
decided you didn't say Canada.
Yeah. You had your chance. You could have said Canada.
I'm already Southern Canadian.
Mark is Southern Canadian.
I'm on the south side of Canada.
Southside.
The southern tip of Canada, Illinois.
Ollie, you can just have New England and you can just call it like Canadian province New England. That'd be
Super
great.
Brunswick.
Super Brunswick.
The actual record on fraud. Well, let's see.
Super Brunswick.
President Trump pardoned the big-time drug dealer and convicted fraudster Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, sparing him a 45-year criminal sentence after he brought in 400 tons of cocaine into our country. That's 800,000 pounds of cocaine that he said, quote, we are going to stuff up the nostrils of the gringos. And Trump pardoned him.
Not the whites.
If you're interested in that particular sweetheart deal, that would be a great subject for a hearing, Mr. Chairman. Just last week, again, the president granted pardons to more convicted fraudsters. Julio Herrera Vellatini was scheduled to be sentenced this month for participation in a political corruption and fraud scheme, alongside his co-defendant, the former governor of Puerto Rico, Wanda Vasquez. In late 2024, Mr. Herrera was facing felony bribery charges. In a different case, his daughter donated $2.5 million to the MAGA Inc. Super PAC. Then in May 2025, Mr. Herrera's lawyer, who had served on President Trump's legal team, negotiated a deal allowing him to plead guilty to a trivial misdemeanor offense instead. Several months later, Mr. Herrera's daughter donated another $1 million to MAGA Inc. And what do you know? President Trump generously granted Mr. Herrera a full and unconditional pardon just last week. They're making a fraud out of the pardon process in America with pay-to-play rules as they pardon recidivist, hardened, unrepentant fraudsters.
Unrepentant.
Well, indeed, in total, President Trump has pardoned more than 1,600 people, depriving victims, survivors, and taxpayers of an estimated, check this out, $1.55 billion in restitution and fines owed to us.
It's more than that.
The American people, while
It's like
shockingly,
2.2, 2.4.
because other presidents didn't do this, but Trump did, while shockingly allowing corporate fraudsters and tax cheats to keep all of their ill-gotten gains. This is a massive and unprecedented swindle from working class people and crime victims as the administration gives all of these ill-gotten gains right back to the criminal fraudsters who stole the money in the first place. And finally, Mr. Chairman, President Trump has dismantled the infrastructure that actually prosecutes white-collar crime and fraud in America, actually roots out waste, fraud, and abuse. The Trump DOJ gutted the public integrity section at DOJ that prosecutes government officials who break the law. And nearly a year ago, his DOJ suspended enforcement of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, which prohibits foreign bribery. Saying all bets are off.
We don't need that
He's
anymore.
Gutted the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is the first.
We don't need the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. Why would we do any? Why would we need that?
How the hell am I supposed to get my jet?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And the only agency devoted solely at the federal level to protect American consumers against being cheated by big financial corporations. The CFPB delivered $21 billion back to more than 200 million Americans who were victims of fraud and other predatory business practices. And the administration has been gutting the CFPB because they are on the side of corporate fraud and white-collar.
That was Zuckerberg's pound of flesh.
All right, we got some action here, gentlemen.
Oh, here
Trump
we go.
banned taxes on tips and overtime and welfare and old people's money, and Democrats voted against it.
I'm just going to drop some information for you regarding the overtime. It's only for the half, not the time and a half. The half. You still pay taxes on the other chunk.
It's not. He didn't ban taxes. It's a deduction on your tax return.
Which you're going to have to go to H&R Block to get done now. So whatever money you were about to save,
complicated.
Now you're gonna guess how much that fee is gonna be. Whatever that fucking money you were about to save, that $400 or $500, Well, you have a very complicated tax return. They're gonna take your shit. H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt just took your fucking money, bro. You can't file your own taxes anymore.
Yeah, and he's like 25K. Yeah, all right, fine, whatever. But you still get taxed on that up front. You have to fill out your tax return.
Right. It's a deduction.
You still come out of your paycheck.
And also go ahead. Go ahead, Ollie.
I was just going to say, and hope somebody's working at the IRS to actually pay you.
There's not. There's not.
And that's the other part.
The
good luck. Good luck with your complicated tax return. See you in around July when you get your fucking money back. If you get your money back.
And here's the real scam of it. For people who make cash tips, you then have to report all of your cash tips.
Right. Because if you don't report it, then you're not going to get the. And if you don't report it, then you're not going to get the tax break.
Like
which could get you audited because it'll look irregular now.
Yeah. And also going back to this, he was like, no tax on Social Security. You don't get taxed on Social Security unless you make outside income.
Yeah.
If you make outside income, then there's a tax on that because it's outside income. But as long as you're just making the Social Security, why would the government give you money and then tax you on it?
Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing that people believe.
That's like when cops say that they pay taxes. It's like you're with taxpayer money, dude.
Like, come on, bro. It's this is such minute stuff. And also there's income phase outs on all that stuff. So if you make over a certain amount of money, you don't get those tax breaks.
Did you even read the bill, or are you just repeating what other people said? Because you clearly didn't if that's what you took out of that big beautiful destruction, like if that's all you got out of it, go read it again or just get the cliff notes. There's a lot worse things happening to you than the things that you claim are good for you. Yeah. And really, it is a net loss for everybody except for people who make like over $4 million a year, which since you're in our fucking live chat, I doubt.
You say tax the rich, 100% tax the shit out of those motherfuckers. Tax the shit out of them.
Why would you not want to tax the rich? You want to pay.
That's where the money is.
You want to pay their taxes for them?
You're right. We are subsidizing them.
Someone's got to pay it, and you're saying you want to pay it.
The rich now have more wealth than the entire middle class.
Like, what are you talking about?
By several factors.
Whatever's left of the middle class.
Keep taxes on the poor, but not the richest. And then that will do what? Do you think that you're going to have anywhere to live?
No, we don't want to. They're saying, why do you want to tax the waitress instead? I would.
What are you talking about?
Right.
It's like
you want to tax the waitress,
right?
Not us. Read your own shit. You said you want. We're saying tax the guy who's selling overpriced spirits to the place because he's got some weird distribution hub and he makes $900,000 a year and he doesn't fucking do anything. That guy needs to pay taxes, not the girl who's making the martini.
Or Elon Musk. He doesn't pay taxes. And he's going to get $1 trillion pay package in a few years.
Tax Amazon. Stop giving Amazon tax breaks.
Yeah.
Raise the corporate tax to what it used to be. Raise the tax on the wealthiest to what it used to be. Right. 40%.
Yeah.
40% for people who on the top income bracket.
I mean, he's over here arguing with us, bro. You paid more taxes than Amazon last year. Makes and Walmart too, probably. So what are you talking about?
The tax on tips and overtime, by the way, it expires in 2 years.
So then what are you going to say?
He said it so that it expires when Trump is no longer president, so they can vote the Democrats later.
Oh, now I'm having to pay taxes on my tips again, even though I never got any benefit from it because they made it so convoluted that I would never actually get anything.
Right.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
And by the way, he's gotten way more than that in subsidies for his fucking rockets, and his Teslas and all that shit.
All of his government contracts, that's money going into his pockets from taxpayers.
Like, he scammed the government out of so much money that him paying $14 billion in taxes didn't matter a bit.
And where's our fucking dose check, smarty pants?
Yeah, where's my fucking tariff rebate check.
Dude, if you think that they're gonna give you any of this goddamn money, you are a fool, dude. You're not getting anything. They're stealing your shit, and you're defending them stealing your shit and yelling at us for defending you and your shit, even though you want them to have your shit.
You know, Mikey, here's a good question for this person in the chat. Are tariffs a tax on America?
Who pays tariffs?
Who pays the tariffs? Who pays them?
Jesus.
Jesus. Trump gave farmers $12 billion from tariffs. No.
He also that's not true. He also bankrupted the state of Nebraska because all of their food was going to international aid. He shut that down, and they're going to run out of money this year.
He's like, no.
Look up the
definition, bro. The import companies are paying the taxes on the tariffs, which means they have to charge us higher prices because they're paying higher prices to import shit into this country.
Why did he have to give them money?
Because he's fucking them over.
Why couldn't they sell their crops? You will just follow any tennis ball, huh? Any tennis ball he throws, or even if he pump fakes it, you're just running after it, huh? Jeez.
Oh man, I totally forgot. We gotta rate Raskin.
Do we have to? This guy's fun.
I mean, we'll play with him until Ollie gets back.
Okay.
Ollie's back. God damn it.
He's not back yet.
Oh,
No.
there he goes. He's like the full breakdown. Okay, but tariffs are a tax on importers who import stuff into this country that we end up paying.
Dumbass, you're the egg.
You're the egg.
You're not
gonna
gonna
the egg.
You're not getting to eat the omelet, fool. You're the egg.
All of us.
I gotta get rid of my
the
food
egg.
to make money. Wait,
Ollie, tell them
What?
what's going on in Canada because of the tariffs.
Tariffs?
Because of our tariffs, what's going on in Canada?
Well, there's a pretty massive boycott on all American products here. Right? When I go shopping, I don't buy anything American anymore, and I haven't now for the better part of the year.
Yo.
If you go into the liquor stores, you cannot find American liquor on the shelves. They're just not putting it on the shelves anymore.
Don't change it. Don't you change the topic. Don't you change the topic. You little
Right.
egg. You know you the egg, right?
So,
Ollie, where does Canada get their oranges?
mine are coming from South Africa now.
Where did your oranges used to come from, Ollie?
Florida or California.
Yeah.
So
art of the deal.
I went without oranges and without orange juice for about 4.5 months until suppliers started getting the stuff in from other sources.
Do they label the products in the supermarket?
Oh, yes.
What's American?
Yes, they do. Yes.
What not to buy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
How is that proving your point?
How did you think that agreed with you?
you're not buying American. That means America won. Wait.
What are you talking about?
All right.
Do you not know how commerce works?
Yeah.
What
We
are
used to
we
be friends,
talking
and
about?
now we're not. That's basically when it comes down to
Yeah.
trading partners. We used to be friends, and now we're not.
Yeah, I had to give the farmers a whole bunch of fucking money because I took all their markets away.
Yeah.
That's winning. Now no one gets the food. Isn't that the best?
Yes.
It's true. Like, we're not buying like we cost. No, what he said, he kind of has it. What he said was kind of right, because yes, you had to give farmers money because they couldn't sell their products because
Anyone.
your president put tariffs on everything and is pissing everyone off. So we want nothing to do with you.
And the bad thing is, once these relationships are set, they may not let us, tap on the shoulder and get back into the dancing circle. We might just be on our fucking own.
Well, that's what Carney was saying.
Yeah, that's
they're
exactly
making other arrangements.
They're gonna go to China. They're gonna go to Europe.
China looks reasonable now because they're not fucking kidnapping fucking presidents.
They are literally willing to ship oranges from somewhere that is 3 to 4 times farther away.
Yep.
To give the middle finger to our country.
Yep.
Good for them, by the way. Proud of you.
Dude.
There weren't that many tariffs.
They have to be able to sell their shit in their own country so their own country gets a benefit first. We buy 10 times as much shit as everyone in their country combined. That's why it's like ridiculous that he's got like all this shit on like Indonesia and like all these like little tiny countries. Of course there's a trade deficit. We outnumber them 10-1, dumbass. How the hell are they supposed to fucking keep up with us?
We are the world's largest importer of things.
God.
You really are.
That's why we have a trade deficit.
It's supposed to be that way because we're the rich ones and we buy everything.
We don't manufacture, so we gotta outsource.
Where have you been? Do you live here?
No.
Going back to the tax discussion, I don't know if this person knows, but Trump made it so that you could fully deduct a building that you're building a factory. He made it so you can fully deduct one if you're building a new one in America. And guess what? They're not doing it.
Nobody's doing it.
You might get a few car manufacturers who are doing it,
but they were already doing
that. But that's it.
A lot of them already had plans to put a plant over here anyway.
It's just more corporate welfare. It's more giving money to corporations and tax abatements for these fucking places.
Ever since he arrested those South Koreans at that battery factory,
the Hyundai
no one's gonna fucking build here ever again.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing my own Breaking Bad scenario here.
Thank you for your workers in your factory. Now get them. Wait.
Because some Karen called ice on them. Crazy.
And the auto workers sided with him during the election, and then he fucked over the auto workers too. So I don't know.
The auto industry was so linked between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico for how all the supplies flowed back and forth smoothly.
Yeah,
he just completely fucked it.
Right.
It's like
the F-150 was Canadian. We made them there.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's a funny one. And this is how he fucked over the auto workers. So Golly's right. There's a lot of parts manufacturing in Canada, and there's a lot of assembly that happens in Canada. And what they're doing is the original Big Beautiful Bill had it so that the cars had to be fully manufactured in America. Right. So that was going to be a positive for the auto workers, right? The cars had to be fully manufactured in America. The problem is that's impossible. In today's global economy, it's impossible.
Work.
The parts aren't made here, especially for the Japanese cars. The parts aren't made here. They're shipped from overseas. There's no way all that manufacturing was going to come over here. And the auto industry's pleaded with the Republicans and the Trump administration to not do that. So they changed it. Very subtle wording, but very effective wording. They changed it from manufactured to assembled. If the car was assembled in America, you get a tax break. A new car, like 2025 and newer, you get a tax break on that car. And then the interest on your loan is now tax deductible too. So if you didn't know that, take that one to the bank. But
to a certain amount, and if it's brand new only.
Right. But all these parts are now more expensive. So if you go to a dealership, regardless of your tax break or whatever, the 2026 model of any kind of car is going to be $4,000 to $5,000 more expensive than the 2025 model because of tariffs. And the dealerships will tell you that. They're not stupid. They're not going to pay the import tax on that shit. They're making you pay it. Look at this. Biden made all federal vehicles electric. He did not. There was a plan by a certain time to do that. They were going to have a fleet of electric cars at some point.
Killed that real fast because we don't want to. Those are manufactured here. We don't want that.
Yeah, and talk about fucking over car companies. What about all the car companies that were going to make electric cars in America? And now,
fuck that over, eh?
Yeah.
We made a massive deal with China, and now we're getting Chinese electric car market coming here.
Yeah.
I want a Chinese electric car. They're cheap and better.
Oh. And this is the part where we say you're on the wrong show, buddy. We don't like Nancy Pelosi either. And for that matter, we don't really like Joe Biden. Fuck that guy. And fuck Nancy Pelosi. We're not just
Hillary
like
Clinton.
Yeah, like we're not bought and paid for liberals or whatever.
The liberals suck ass. Republicans and MAGA just suck more.
I don't know if you were here. I don't know if you were here earlier when we were talking about Gavin Newsom. We don't necessarily like the guy. Where'd Mikey go?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Well, let's rate Raskin here while we're waiting for him. Content, Raskin.
Solid
Chat.
A.
Give us an overall for Raskin. Ollie says A. Mark, what say you?
Yeah, I think that's a solid A. B plus to an A. I think I'll stick to an A, but
All right. I'll give him a theoretical A for content.
yeah.
Delivery.
He had his eyes down the whole time.
Well,
Just
yeah,
reading.
he was.
So none of it was memorized, right?
Nah, I don't think
did like the sign in the background. B plus.
I'll give him a B plus. Mark.
B.
And vibes.
I liked it, but it wasn't like over the top or anything.
No, he's had better stuff.
I think I'm a B plus again.
Yeah. One of my favorites that I think we watched it last year was when he went to town on the Republicans when they were doing the big beautiful bill about the crazy bonuses they were giving all the ICE officers. And they're looking for places to cut. And he's like, hey guys, you want to cut? I mean, maybe $20,000 instead of $40,000 for bonuses. That's like $50 million right there. Like, you know, he's had more impact in previous videos. So I'm gonna give him a B.
Yep.
Mark. That was the big B right there. The big beautiful B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mikey, we need your 3 for Raskin. We need content. What was your thing?
A.
Okay.
For delivery. Delivery.
B.
Okay.
And vibes.
B plus.
You're the exact same as all of us.
About there, yeah.
Yeah. It's good that we're linking brains. Let's see what the chat thought. A, B plus. Still get an S for the girls.
Ooh, that last hot knife really got
for me. Okay, so 2B, a B plus, an A, and an S. So it's going to be like an A minus, I think.
To be or not to be, that is another B.
All right. Do we have any more of it? Did I skip any? There's one unwatched video. FCC chair on FCC website changes during December Senate hearing. Is that a new one?
Chairman Carr, you authored the FCC section of Project 2025 in which you state on page 845 the FCC is an independent regulatory agency. Is that correct?
Oh, I authored that in my personal capacity. I don't say this to Dodge,
Yeah,
just
because
as a point of.
But you did.
Oh,
Just as a point of clarification, just
that guy.
Prior to you being named chairman, you had written that the FCC was an independent regulatory agency. I'm going to continue. And Chairman Carr, just yes or no, did you testify before the Senate Commerce Committee on December 17th, 2025? Just yes or no? Yeah, I believe you did. It's in the record. And at the hearing, you testified in response to a question from Senator Ben Ray Lujan that the FCC is no longer an independent agency, and you reiterated that point earlier today. Prior to the senator's question, the FCC website was clear that the commission is an independent agency, but shortly after your response, this language...
Our friend in the chat went away because Person Impersonator got tired of them. Person says, sorry, I quieted Gradual. Too much of a knob.
Well, he can go over to the landscape one.
Yeah.
You got another from the website as displayed here. Chairman Carr, did you decide in the middle of the hearing to officially abandon the FCC's independence, or had that decision already been made by you and President Trump prior to the hearing?
This is an important conversation. So the way,
and my question is just on timing. So did you make that decision during the hearing or prior to the hearing?
I don't know.
Because the website said prior to the hearing that was an independent agency.
Next question.
You made a comment during the hearing, and then someone changed the website to say make no reference to it being an independent agency. So I just want the American people to know
on your ass
made when you walked in.
On your ass.
Shit. Damn.
Bobby's on his ass.
Yo, Hoboken doesn't fuck around, man.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Hearing, or did you make that decision at the hearing?
I'm pleased that the FCC's website reflects my views. And what I'm saying
that the FCC is not an independent agency. That's correct, right? So your view was entering the hearing, it was an independent agency.
Pause.
During
He's
the hearing,
got
no
stamps. Oh my God.
The Wayback Machine is a motherfucker.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
I'm talking about caught your ass.
That's hilarious.
It kind of is.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Stepped on a banana peel on that one.
Longer an independent agency. So that's your view that it's not an independent agency.
The independence
How long
is
is Gradual down for? I need to know what Gradual thinks about this.
Multi-members, it's term of years, but the main key piece is, can a commissioner be removed by the president for no reason or any reason?
Permanently,
Historically, the view had
permanently.
been that courts would read into the Communications Act for cause removal protection that wasn't in the statute.
Okay, so let's just
Now
go.
the view is that courts
Let's just talk about the independence, right? So I understand what you're trying to make a case for what independence
the
has
website
historically
reflects
made,
my view on
but
that.
you no
I think
longer
it's a good
clearly
thing.
want to say that it's an independent
Shut
agency
up,
and just be
bitch.
upfront about it, as you did in Project 2025, as you did on the website entering that hearing. So it's just a question of were you misleading the American people because a decision had been made, or it was something that you had previously discussed with Trump. On the issue of independence, you talk about broadcasters' public interest standard, and we've listed a number of instances where the FCC has gone after broadcasters. Can you tell the committee what investigations or actions the FCC has taken for coverage of Democrats that the FCC has disagreed with? Because there's been a number of things for President Trump, but what have you done that the FCC has thought was in violation of the public interest standard as it relates to coverage of Democrats?
The FCC right now has investigations into NPR, PBS, CBS.
Regarding their coverage of Democrats? Regarding their coverage of Democrats. That's the question. Not the number of investigations. Regarding the coverage of Democrats, are there specific investigations specifically to the coverage of Democrats? Because there's a number of Republicans and Trump. What are you doing with respect to the coverage of Democrats that shows that it's fair, balanced, and you're not picking winners and losers? Just tell me what you're doing.
We don't have investigations that are targeting Republicans or Democrats. We have investigations.
No, but you've been clear about this. I mean, you've been lauded by the president for going after people
he's not
who
ready for
disagree
this.
with the president's policies or who articulate positions that differ from the president's policies. I'm just wondering, to
Gentleman's
show that
time's
you're
expired.
balanced, what are you doing to show the American people that you continue to be an independent agency by going after agencies or broadcasters in a fair and balanced way? We know you're not, and that's why I'm glad that you're here, but we need to have more of these conversations. I yield.
Gentlemen's time has expired. If the chairman would like to respond, I'll give you a few seconds.
I would say we have a range of different investigations that are underway right now. We're enforcing the public interest standard, and that's the work that we're doing.
And last,
Oh, Jack Smith? Fuck, man. So who are we ranking in that one?
Yeah, I don't know who we're ranking there.
That was Bobby Mendez.
Oh, Bobby Mendez?
Chairman Carr,
Okay.
website as
Brendan Carr can go on the fuck this guy list.
For
Yeah.
sure. He's a Project 2025 plant.
Yeah, he's a fucking douche nozzle.
Doesn't fucking know anything.
I like that he brought receipts.
I like that he has like, man, the print shops down there must be working overtime.
Man, we really need to set up that print shop in DC. We could be rich by sunset.
All right, chat. Put in your votes now.
Drop that rate.
We are rating the Democratic senator,
Democratic congressman from the 8th District of New Jersey. From Jersey. He represents Newark, Union City, Elizabeth, and Hoboken. So, you know, the parts of New Jersey that are closest to New York City. All right, content.
Real quick. Why they going after PBS is my thing. I mean, I know why, because information. I love PBS, adult shows, and their YouTube channels makes me so sad my taxes don't go to them.
It teaches people. That's why.
I will say this. They're doing a lot with their local subsidiaries.
Yeah.
So just because the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is gone, I know PBS Nova and Terra, like they have their own YouTube channels and stuff like that. So they're going to still keep making the stuff, but we'll just have to support them individually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's also a lot of public radio that's still going on. I know there's a couple of like NPR stations in Connecticut that are still doing stuff. Like there's one that does a program called Wheelhouse that I listen to all the time. That's like local Connecticut politics. And you know, there's the general like NPR station. So
we'll just have to fund them privately.
Yeah. So content for Bobby Mendez.
I think his content was an A.
Yeah, he trapped him a couple of times, brought some receipts. Solid A.
Were you lying then, or are you lying now?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Right now.
Oh my God.
No, there's only two choices, either then or now. The fact that you're lying isn't in question.
Notice that part wasn't in the. I didn't ask you if you were lying.
Yeah.
When was the lie?
Yeah,
when was the lie?
Are you lying then or are you lying now? Yeah, no, I think are we all going to agree on an A there?
Okay.
That's yeah.
Okay. Delivery.
I'm gonna give him a C.
Oh, you didn't like the delivery.
You got okay. If you make the bull go for the cape, let the bull go through the cape before you start waving the cape again. Like he didn't let him squirm. You trapped him, and then you trapped him, and then you immediately freed him from the trap to put him in a new trap.
There's
let the trap work for a second.
There's a wrestling term for what he did. He tried to get all his stuff in. Like he was trying to get everything in that he planned on getting in, regardless of whether or not it was effective.
AOC is really good about that. She'll waste a good 30 seconds of her time to just be like, "Is that your answer?" Okay.
He didn't give the guy enough time to bury himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was. It looks like he's dressed to do it.
He kept throwing him the rope, and he wouldn't let him hang himself.
Yeah.
Let the rope hit the ground, man. Come on down.
I think I'm still gonna give him like a B minus.
Yeah, B minus. I can agree with.
Yeah, I'm all right with
that. I was going to rate him higher than that, but you bring that up, and it makes sense to me. So yeah,
it would have been much more effective if you gave it a little bit of air in there, a little space.
Yeah.
Vibes.
V-base.
Yeah, I liked it. B plus.
B plus.
Voblaze.
B plus.
I'll give him an A. I enjoyed it. That was.
All right, and what did the old chat give? We got an A, B plus, a B,
A plus, B plus, B, A plus.
Let's see.
Looks like it's right in that A range, maybe an A minus.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna end up being an A minus. So. All righty then.
Woo! That was a show.
Gentlemen, we did it.
See you next year. Wait.
No, I just wanted to say that. Oh, I said that in terms of.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any good RFK content yet.
No, we're not going to.
Hope not.
Hey, Tim.
What?
Be a real shame if something bad happened to your character in Delta Green. I'm threatening you. If you fucking give us 87 RFK clips again,
Mikey, the year is young. It's only January.
You heard me.
Yeah.
It's only January.
I got a way to punish your ass back now. Okay, so just know I will be.
There's lots of other pineapple out there you can find. You don't have to just hit us with. The
I know we haven't watched any Gutfeld yet.
You don't need it to fuck us, all right?
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, can we just stop watching racists and then I have to like listen to a fucking racist thing for fucking 15? Like I'm over that shit. There's plenty of people running for office now.
Gutfeld won last year. We don't need him to win again this year.
He's the worst human.
I promise I will only bring up Gutfeld if he does something newsworthy. How about that?
And then it'll be just to put him on the fuck this guy list. I don't want to read
him. Did we get any farther, Mikey? Did we get any closer to the goal?
980.
Oh, 20 more. We're so close.
Thank you for that 20%.
If you were out there in the internet land, like and subscribe, become a member. Patreon.com/The Bin Podcast.
We do this a lot. There's this show, and then there's role-playing shows, and then there's the food show, and then there's the solid politics shows during the day. Come on now.
If the show gets bigger, we will do this even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to do this as a career.
Listen, if this pays money that I can live off of, then I'll just do it all the time.
Hey, are you guys talking about money on stream again? Stop. Fucking breaking kayfabe. Shut your fucking mouth. We don't talk about that to the customers.
What I'm talking about is if we can get more subscribers, we'll put more content on. Like maybe we'll have a call-in show so these people that are out there can talk to us.
How can we
debate us in real time?
Yeah, we could do something.
And why are you promising more work for me? I can't walk away from this anymore. We're not doing extra shit, and we're not going to talk about cash on stream. Okay?
Mikey wants to do more. Help him.
Mikey is about to start doxing people on this call right now. They do not leave me and my peace alone. Our fan base is probably one of the most hyper vigilant on the internet. We have some of the most unsubstantiated like subscriber to viewer numbers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In our length of viewer time, we're fine.
I
steal your mom's phone and subscribe to the channel. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Just
listen,
subscribe. We'll figure out the rest.
I'm going to talk shop on air for 1 second. It's not going to involve money. So many other channels have a problem with people who are watching but not subscribing.
Right.
It's like 80-20.
We're not that.
Yeah.
We are not that.
Yeah, we're 70-30 the other way around.
Yeah.
Right. Like our fan base, the people who watch this show watch it so religiously that we're like an anomaly on YouTube.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Like some of the other shows that I watch are like, please subscribe, because they put up a graphic. There's like 80% of people who watch my channel don't subscribe, and it's like we don't have that problem. We're trying to broaden our audience because everyone who watches our show already subscribes.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to make friends.
Thank you again
you
to
have
the
a
sponsor of
proposal.
today's show,
You
A
have
Bit of
proposal,
Gusto.
Mikey.
Say what?
Buy
You
your
have a
octopus
proposal.
now.
You don't want this hoodie. This one stinks. I know for sure.
If we get to 1,000, I will let McKinnon and Tons of Mice fight over my hat.
As of the last 28 days, 70.7% subscribed, 29.3% unsubscribed or not subscribed.
So it's bang on when I said 70% watch.
Yeah.
We literally just need a little bit more. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a great audience, and like our super chats take care of us, and we have tons of members. We're just looking to expand the family. So if you want to come on into the Bintifada,
the channel runs itself. The channel runs itself. We don't need anything we're getting.
Dave would like to know how to subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Tim,
I do believe it's right about there.
You hit the subscribe button.
There.
I have Stockholm syndrome.
It
Oh
happens.
boy, it happens.
5%.
All right, we're also.
Gina
God damn it,
made me remember.
Gina. Why do you gotta remind us of bad things?
Gina always want to break you down, man. That's what they do. They build you up so they can rip you down, man.
But
I think I have that clip.
Mark, I'm gonna give you one more shot at that ad, and then
you want
I'll
me to
clip
do it
the best
again?
one. Yeah, I'll clip the best one. Mikey, don't play sound effects this time.
Also, no one talk besides me.
I'll
Ollie, you
mute,
were
I'll mute.
clearly in on the last one.
Okay, go ahead.
Quick pause from the discourse. If today's political coverage has you feeling conflicted, a bit of gusto on Etsy has options for you. We're talking S-rank cozy products, the reversible and new happy and sad octopus for your rapidly changing moods, fingerless gloves with emphatic hand gestures, and cat toys for the only being in your home with consistently correct opinions. Everything is soft. Everything is top tier. Nothing debates you. As a special offer for our bin listeners, use promo code UNBOXED for 15% off at checkout. Search A Bit of Gutso on Etsy. Top tier cozy, zero debates.
Ooh, I'm getting a spice attack.
I could do commercials.
I heard you more clearly that time. You said 15 that time. The first time you said it, kind of sounded like you said 50.
A little sounded like 50. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's a big discount.
Yeah.
50
For the first
50%.
3 people that do it, 50%. Past that,
Yeah.
we don't care.
All right. So do that thing, and we're gonna clip that and put that into an ad for our shows, just like we do with Charlie Angus here. But we'll play Charlie Angus one more time.
It's Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow.
Do what the man said. Like and subscribe. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Woohoo!